All right. I think we are just about ready to get into the broadcast here. I actually have to be kind of quiet here. So I'm talking with my inside voice today because, believe it or not, I am exactly 12 hours behind Central European time. Right, which essentially means that it is currently 3:55 in the morning. I had to get up while it was still night in order to broadcast this match. The ridiculousness of that situation is not lost on me. I think it's freaking hilarious. It's so early. I'm probably going straight back to bed after. Okay, yeah, unsurprisingly they take tolerance, so I think I'm gonna head into the casting booth and go from there. Hello? What happened to my camera? Hello? Where's my camera? What's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and on again. No. Deactivate, activate. There we go. Hello, everybody. This is crazy. It's so early. I'm gonna change the color of my lights so that it can actually be more visible. There we go. I think I'm gonna go for... Oh, wow, that's bright. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so good morning, chat. Welcome to the bronze match between Undefined and Stormbreaker TCF. So, I guess I'll go into a little bit of exposition here. I do have a soundboard prepared. I myself am not prepared at all because I woke up 10 minutes ago. Immediately went to starting student stream and grabbed me some energy drink. Refreshing beverage. So I'm just still setting up some of my stuff here. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I'm ready. Let's do this. So, this begins our pre-game discussion. First, let's take a little look at the bracket here to see how we got to this point. So I'm just going to quickly summarize all the matches we've had up to this point. We had, in round 1 of the playoffs, Team Pirates versus Atlas. Atlas won that. Enosis versus Vidney. Vidney won that. No Mercy versus Crispy Queen. No Mercy won. And Stormbreaker versus Stormbreaker TCF, an inter-org match. We accidentally had a scrim in a playoff match. Oopsie. Stormbreaker TCF won that in the most anticlimactic way possible. And then that brings us to our quarterfinal round. And in the quarterfinal round, we have the winners of round 1, and we also have the number 1 placements in each of the 4 groups from the group stage. And so Atlas met Wii Sports in the quarterfinal, where Wii Sports easily won and moved on. Vidney, NA LATAM, met with Undefined, who won their group. Undefined won that match. Drox came from the group stage and fell 0-3 to No Mercy. I think that was the one free win we had in the playoffs. Then we had Vidney also losing to Stormbreaker TCF in a very anticlimactic way. So that's a round. And then we move on to our semifinals, where Wii Sports and Undefined went against each other. Wii Sports won 3-1. We have the VOD on our YouTube channel that you can check out after this. And then we also have the VOD for No Mercy versus Stormbreaker TCF. That was an incredibly close match. In fact, both of these were incredibly close. It doesn't look that close on paper, but each of the sets were down to the wire in both matches. And so we're actually not seeing this match today. This is tomorrow's match. We're actually seeing a match between the two semifinal losers down here in the third place match. So today is Undefined versus Stormbreaker TCF. And so the stakes have never been higher. And why are the stakes so high, you might ask? Well, because the winner of this bronze match, and only the winner of this bronze match, will receive, I think, 15% of the prize pool, as well as the bronze medal and a spot in the Hall of Fame that isn't just in the honorable mention section. So that's really important. Get a spot on that podium. Even though everyone already got the golden ticket for the next season, getting on the podium is the main objective of entering a league in the first place. So if they want a spot on the podium, they have to make it today. I am getting DM by my admin. I'm gonna try wait. What? I'm so confused. Okay, hold on. We might not even be playing today. Because, Undefined's team is not showing up. I swear to God, if I got up at 4 a.m., only for it to be a free win, that'll be my generational crash out. If I got up at 4 a.m. just for nothing to happen, that'll be the crash out of the century. So let's hope it doesn't come to that, okay? But yeah, so we're just waiting through tolerance. Once we get a little closer, if we see that a match might actually happen, then we'll get into it. Yeah, I don't know if this match is even going to happen. This is going to be very annoying if nothing happens. And then at that point, I'll just go back to bed. Because what the hell? That's whack. Yeah, okay, cool. So we are just gonna wait out this tolerance. and go from there. So back to our little exposition dump earlier. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to see today. So this is the format for today's match, if the match actually happens. We're going to start with a 2v2 best of 3 set with one global ban per team. This is pretty common from the CRL days of old. And then after that we go to a 3 vs 3 King of the Hill set. This is for the uninitiated. Basically, both teams appointing a 3-player lineup, and you win a game, you stay in, you lose a game, you're eliminated, and then the last team to have players left wins. So basically first 3 points. And then you go to a 1v1 best of 3 duel, which is identical to the CRL of today, especially with the we're not using in-game duels, we're using the you can back out and make decks on the fly rule set. Just no card repeats between games. And then after that we have the 3 vs 3 best of 1 duel, which is kind of like King of the Hill and Duels Got Married. So basically both teams appoint a 3-player lineup, but instead of winner stays in, losers eliminated, it's going to be each matchup is different. So player 1 versus player 1, player 2 versus player 2, player 3 versus player 3. And the gimmick here is that there are going to be no card repeats between teammates. So this is the set that requires a lot of communication between your teammates, a lot of teamwork there, trying to keep the deck pool open for what your teammates might prefer to play. And so this is a set that requires a lot of coordination. And then finally, we have the tiebreaker set, if we get to that point, the 1 vs 1 best of 5. Just a simple 1 vs 1 best of 5. 1 global card ban per team, just like 2v2. And then a couple important rules to highlight here. Each team has 1 5-minute timeout they can use at any point throughout the match. If Undefined wants to buy time, they can technically use their timeout right after Tolerance ends, if they so choose. Otherwise, yeah, they can use that at any point, just not during a game, obviously. And then a player is limited to only 2 sets. This is to prevent a single good player from dominating an entire team match, because matches are up for the teams to win, not the individual players. And then what we're not going to see today are Vines and Evo Baby Dragon. They are both globally banned as they are too new. We ban cards in the in-game season they are released, which effectively means you're not going to see them for the rest of NSL Season 11, and maybe not even a little bit of Season 12, if Season 12 starts up that early. Just because, yeah, it's sort of an equity issue, an access issue at this point. So we give people a month to sort of obtain these cards and give them a chance to play around with it before they use it in pro matches. So that's the exposition. So I want to put it up to you, chat. What's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen today? Who's gonna win? Are we even gonna have a match? There's only 2 minutes. It's not looking good, is what I'm gonna say. Not looking good. I mean, is anyone gonna show up? Why did they schedule it this early in the morning? Cringe. Why did they schedule it this early if they're not gonna show up? I'm just scrolling through the rosters, desperately trying to see if anyone has a chance of showing up based on time zone. Okay, yeah, the managers aren't even in the player roster, so they can't even play. Oh boy. Yeah, usually by now I'd be going over a lot of analytical stuff, looking at players and making predictions about the deck picks for today, but it's not even certain that we're going to have a match to make these predictions for, so yeah. So we're just waiting. It's 4:10 and nobody showed up. Which means at 4:15 TCF will automatically win the 2v2 set. At 4:20, no one else won Undefined and Stormbreaker, so free win for Stormbreaker TCF. Oh my god. Are we calling it? Yeah, I think they just called it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, okay, hold on a minute. Boom. Yeah, no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are calling it for Stormbreaker TCF. Who will be your NSL bronze finishers for NSL Season 11, based solely on showing up. So this was the world's fastest NSL match, but Stormbreaker TCF takes it by default. And so now I'm gonna coordinate the payout, I guess. This is the biggest waste of time and sleep I've ever had. What a disgrace. I got up at 3 in the morning for this and got the most disappointing outcome possible. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, this has been a complete waste of time. However, what won't be a waste of time is tomorrow we're going to be having the grand finals for NSL Season 11 between No Mercy and Wii Sports. So that's a match I'm actually excited to cast because there's a good chance that people are actually going to show up for it. So with that, thank you all so much for tuning in and have a fantastic entire day ahead of you because it's 4 in the morning over here. Good grief. Cheers.